You're right, guys, Gary back again. I went to my favourite discount retail store this weekend. Yes, that was another trip to B&M. And they had a Brainstorm in with their Generations line, which I'm quite happy with, because for the last couple of visits they've had Leader Jetfire, Roadbuster, Whirl, and Rhinox. Now, I've got Jetfire, Whirl, and Roadbuster. I actually don't have any interest in Rhinox. I never watched Beast Wars. Is it Beast Wars? And yeah, it was Beast Wars, yeah. I never watched that one. So, I had to have him. That, and I'm currently reading through Modern Meets the Eye, so seeing Brainstorm and having him in here somewhere makes me quite happy. So, yeah, here's a box. Head converts to pilot, still headmaster, which is good, and I haven't seen any of that in the comic yet, so maybe it will happen. Nice bit of artwork, and I really do like that style. Picture on the back, which doesn't really look too much like the figure, because, you know, editing and Photoshop. You know, twin blasters, jet mode, head converts to pilot. Brainstorm, a genius scientist and diabolical inventor. Brainstorm develops advanced weaponry for the Autobots. Although many of his inventions are deemed too devastating for use in actual combat, it's possible his laboratory itself is his most dangerous creation. Brainstorm frequently ignores proper safety protocols, and an unwary visitor to his lab runs a high risk of triggering some half-finished doomsday weapon. In spite of this, he is allowed to continue his work, proof of just how valuable Brainstorm is to the Autobot cause. And there's some stats, and there's a top. Nothing there. Second series, number 9. Skybite. I saw him once in B&M. I've never been able to find him again. So, slight camera adjustment. There we go. Brainstorm in alt mode. I actually really like this. He's a very nice shade of blue. Some nice silver on the guns. Maybe a little bit of detail on the landing gear would have been good. But in all, it's a nice alt mode. Alt. There we go. And of course, being a headmaster. Interestingly enough, I don't actually seem to be able to find any name for his head. Damn it. It's okay, remember, these things are designed to fall apart if too much pressure is applied. So, this is his head. Was it Arcana from Generation 1? That was his headmaster? So I'm trying to get good. There we go. Got quite a nice little happy face. Admittedly, massive screw in the middle of his chest, so that's going to be a bit uncomfortable. But to be fair, I'm not going to be... I'm mainly leaving this guy in robot mode, because I actually quite like that. But for a head, it was pretty cool. It's got a decent... Sorry, I'm trying to get this to focus. It's got a decent amount of articulation. I mean, the head's head. It's on a ball joint, so it twists. It rolls. It moves up that much. It goes down that much. Legs are really simple. They are essentially 2 bits of plastic with a join. So for some reason, if you wanted to, you could position him like that. But yeah, they basically bend forward, so he can sit down, and he can stand up. That's it. Arms hidden behind these massive panels are the thinnest arms you've ever seen. Now, this guy came like this, so he's got paint wear already on the fist, and actually pick up on camera along there. So the paint job on him's not fantastic, but like I said, I'm not going to be displaying him like that. But yeah. Another thing I'm not too fond of is the fact that he is literally just a face on his back. Now I remember the G1 cartoon, or the G1 figures, they had little flaps that could essentially hide all the detail. But it would have been nice to have something like that on here. So, yeah. I'm just going to keep calling this guy Arcana. I might not actually be his G1 name. But, yeah. There he goes. Stands quite nicely. And for some reason my camera's now decided that that's my daughter. Interesting. Vehicle-wise, like I say, it looks really nice. The cockpit. Nice details on the back. Pretty well... Okay, yeah, you know that it's basically his legs folded over at that point. But, yeah, it's a good size. So you get him from jet to aircraft to robot mode. Unplug the guns. Ta-da. And you want to untab there, untab there. Fold out these little hip covers. Pop that down. Untab the legs, untab the legs. Nice, I love that sound. Fold in the landing gear. And then you're going to tab that into there. So essentially he's pretty much in robot mode anyway. Flip that forward. Flip that out, flip that forward. Pop them back down. I'm going to have to readjust my camera slightly. Fold those in. Unfold, well, fold that down. Rotate. And clip out. Unfold down, rotate, flip out. Oh, that's already popped down. There we go. Untab there. Flip out. Untab there. Flip out. And you can already see my main... I only have one main issue with this figure. And that is his right hand. Now there's no articulation in his wrist, it's basically a pin going through there, but it just seems horribly loose. There is a way around it. Well, I've worked out a way around it, which I'll get to in a second. And there we go. His... Stay out. Right. Basically, the only way I've found to keep his hand straight is to plug the gun in. Because the force of the gun being in there, pressing against his wrist, will keep the hand from moving. I might as well put the other gun in there just for... That side's fine. This side's just really floppy. Grab his head. And then fold forward. And then fold forward again. And there it is. And he's just going to pop into there. And let's see if this actually works like it should do. In fact, I'm going to pull that down there so you can see. And much like the G1 figures, head goes in. Tech specs come out. Let's move one of these lights to... Oh my god, yeah, there we go. Now, I did like on the originals where you'd pop the head in and due to like a couple of different length ridges around the connector, it would affect how far the little stat bars would go up and down. That was nice. This one is literally just painted or stenciled. I'm not quite sure what they use to do the labels now. But yeah. So he's very fast, not very strong, and quite intelligent. And that will be forever on display in his cockpit. Now, let's get that camera back in properly. There he is, in robot mode. I quite like him. I mean, I like the fact that his head uses his head uses the head's head as the movement. So he's actually got quite... I've moved a light now and it's all a bit too much. Let's bring you forward a little bit. There we go. So his head, you know, can go left and right. Not too far back because you've got basically his feet stopping you. Not too far forward because essentially his eye line is in line with the top of his cockpit. Nice proper movements, 360 degree there. Upper arm swivel mainly due to transformation, so I'm speeding up a little bit because my battery light's just kicked in. He's got a nice double elbow, again due to transformation. Legs can go quite far back, can go, depending if you move the flaps, pretty far forward. I really do like the ratchet on that, but that's as far out as you can get him. Upper leg swivel, knee that goes back that far, and surprisingly, when you look at it, you don't really think too much of the ankles, but they can rock backwards and forwards, and they actually do have a pivot there, so he can keep his feet fairly flat most of the time. And there he is. That was Brainstorm. This is about... I got a little light about there on my camera, which is now telling me it's just going to die, so better do this quickly. Yeah. Brainstorm, awesome. A few dodgy bits. Nice. Till the next video, guys. See you in the next one. Yeah. See ya. Thanks for watching. Slight addiction with the old more than meets the eyes. Fudge. Brainstorm, a genius scientist and diabolical inventor. Brainstorm develops advanced weaponry for the Autobots, although many of his inventions are deemed too devastating for use in actual combat. Nice. It's possible his laboratory... It's possible his laboratory itself is the most dangerous creation. Brainstorm frequents... You know what? Trying to do this first thing in the morning is never a good idea.